What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. This right here is my reaction and review of the Loki show and the season finale of Loki. Now, if you haven't seen Loki, stop what you're doing right now and just finish that show. Watch the whole entire Loki show. Things get crazy and you need to watch it like right away. All right, you've been warned. Now, moving forward, the Loki show was freaking phenomenal, fantastic. It was, my God, it was beautiful. Everything that happens in the show just kept answering questions and asking even more questions. Everything that went down in this show is just, I don't even know what to say. It's just, it's heart pounding, you know? The main thing about this show I want you all to remember is that this is going to open up the multiverse of madness. I think, was it Kevin Feige said that this show will have the biggest impact on the MCU? Well, it basically does, you guys. My God. From the start of the show, we see Loki, after the Battle of New York, he's going to the TVA, right? And Loki pretty much says that he wants to still be the ruler. And Mobius pretty much humbles Loki by telling him, this is your future, this is what's gonna happen, that's what you are. And I like how in the show, Loki, this guy changes from being the biggest a-hole to somebody much more loving, especially when he meets Sylvie and Mobius. And sorry for me sweating so much. It's really hot in this room. I have like 2 fans in here. Anyway, Loki show was just, this show made me think about who Loki was as a person and where is he going. As you can see, President Loki. I actually want to talk about this a little bit. In the comic books, I think Loki ran for president in the comic books. That's why I really liked when President Loki appeared. That's kind of like my favorite variation of Loki, President Loki in the comic books. I've like so many of the comic books right here. I gotta show you guys some of those comic books one day. Anyways, the one thing that I really wanted, I actually know, I'll just go to right now. Ravonna. In the comic books, Ravonna is the lover of Kang. As soon as I heard her name, I should have known it. Ravonna Renslayer. I should have known her name right from the start. This is what she looked like in Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I remember watching that show when I was a few years ago. That was one of the best Marvel shows ever. Make sure to watch that show. Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. It's on Disney Plus. Anyway, I should have realized that this was Ravonna in the Loki show. The same Ravonna. I should have known that. As soon as I heard her name, I should have realized that Kang was coming. Well, to be honest, I kind of knew Kang was coming from when the show talked about time travel and the TVA. As soon as they mentioned that, I thought to myself, oh yeah, Kang the Conqueror is coming. Kang the Conqueror. And speaking of Kang the Conqueror, this guy, the actor from the Loki show, the black guy, he's gonna be Kang the Conqueror. He is Kang the Conqueror. When he said at the season finale, he said evil versions of himself are coming. He was mentioning Kang the Conqueror. I should have. Oh my God, Kang the Conqueror is one of the biggest villains. At first, in Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, there was an episode where they had to face Kang the Conqueror. A couple episodes actually. He was a recurring villain, Kang the Conqueror, in that show. And I feel like in the show, in the MCU, Kang and Ravonna are gonna meet up with each other, and they're gonna become lovers. And I hope maybe she's gonna appear in Ant-Man Quantumania. Anyways, I have so much to talk about this show. I can't even stop talking. There's so much that needs to be discussed and to be talked about. My God. And what else? Sylvie, I really like her arc as well. All right, she went from being someone who has to constantly run away from the TVA to actually having to face them. And her decision at the end pretty much set forth the events of the multiverse. I know Loki and Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch, are going to be in Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness. So I feel like that's going to be pushing forth to the multiverse and the timeline idea as well. And at the end of the show, I kind of knew it was going to be Kang the Conqueror, or a version of him at least. But I'm glad we got to the part with Jonathan Majors. That's his name. Jonathan Majors is the guy playing Kang the Conqueror. I'm glad we got to this part because now we know that where the MCU is going. Kang the Conqueror is going to be another major villain, and he is a pretty big villain in the MCU and the Marvel comic books. I mean, and the show as well. What else is there to discuss? Oh yes, Spider-Man No Way Home definitely will play a part, especially because of the multiverse thing, multiverse of madness, and Ant-Man Quantumania will also play a big role. And I feel like either Kang or Mephisto will be the future big villain in the MCU, other than Thanos. What else? What else? What else? God, there's so much to discuss, and I'm glad. Oh my God, I forget about that. The ending, the very last scene, Mobius and B-15 completely forgot who Loki was and what happened. And I was sitting here like, oh my God, what's Loki gonna do now? That's what I need to know. What is Loki gonna do now? Because Mobius doesn't know who he is. B-15 doesn't know who he is. Sylvie is still at the temple of wherever Kang was inside of. And I want to know what he's gonna do. He's gonna be in Doctor Strange, but what's he gonna do now? I really hope Loki at least comes back to meet Thor again, his brother. And I feel like the other heroes are gonna have a hard time accepting and forgiving Loki. But I feel like it's gonna be another really good arc in the MCU. What else is gonna happen? God, there's so much things I want to say as well. My review for this show is honestly a freaking 10 out of 10. Everything, it asked a lot of questions and it raised even, it answered questions, it asked questions, and it raised even more questions. This show is phenomenal. I really wanted to do a review of WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I couldn't find the time. I might do reviews for What If. If you guys want to see more reviews of Marvel shows, just let me know what you guys think of this review. And I really enjoyed this show a lot. I'm looking forward to Marvel What If. I already saw Black Widow as well, but Black Widow was also pretty good. I really want to see Shang-Chi, The Eternals, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Wakanda Forever, The Marvels, Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania. What else is coming out? Fantastic Four, the Hawkeye show, Miss Marvel show, She-Hulk show, Moon Knight show. Marvel can do no wrong. They're on just an upward slope right now, Marvel. They can't do anything wrong. They're just so awesome. Marvel, you can't hate Marvel. They're just so good right now. That was a really long rant. I feel like this is more of a rant than a review. Other than that, I can't really think of anything else. Let me know what you guys think of the show. Leave a comment down below what you thought of the Loki show and other MCU shows and what the future of the MCU will hold. I know for a fact Kang the Conqueror is going to be a major villain. He's definitely a big time villain. He controls all of time. He's from the future. As a matter of fact, Kang the Conqueror, I think in the comic books, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't he a descendant of Reed Richards? Yeah, he is. He's a descendant of Reed Richards in the comic books. Hold on. Yeah, Nathaniel Richards. Yeah, he's a descendant of Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four. Oh my goodness. All right, there's a lot coming up for this show, you guys. There's a lot. Kang's in the future. Kang is like the Professor Zoom or Reverse Flash for Reed Richards, you know? He's a future descendant who's also evil, Nathaniel Richards, Kang the Conqueror. All right, you guys. That's enough for my rant for now. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and follow Hyper Dragon. Follow me on TikTok as well. Follow me on all my socials. I'll leave them down below in the comments. Instagram, Twitter. I'm going hardcore on the Loki show. I'm theorizing like I did for WandaVision, all right? And make sure to, like I said, like, subscribe, and follow. Yeah, and please make sure that you guys get your vaccines as well, like I said. So much is happening in the MCU, you guys. So much is happening, and I'm all here for it, all right? Please make sure to like, subscribe, and follow, like I keep saying. And I will see you guys next time. Leave a comment down below what you guys think the MCU will hold. And I guess that's it. All right. Bye, you guys.